all over. It is now.
It's gonna be a good day, a good vibe, ordering a little Postmates.
Good morning, afternoon or evening from whenever or wherever you are watching this video from. I am Jack Adamus, back with episode 10 of my weekly football predictions. This is game week 16. Let's get straight into it. Before we get into this week's video, please do like, share and subscribe. Week 16 in the Premier League starts with the early kickoff between Crystal Palace and Liverpool at 12:30 on Saturday. Now, I'm going to keep this one quite short as I don't want to wind up Jurgen Klopp talking about early kickoffs. Now, on a serious note, Palace aren't in the best of form this season when they've only got 5 points out of 7 home games this season, which is the lowest they've accumulated since the 2000-2001 season. And on the contrast to that, Liverpool have scored in 32 consecutive games. And since they lost to Man City in April, they picked up more points than anybody else in the Premier League. I'm going to go for a comfortable 2-0 Liverpool win here. And the first of 4 games to kick off at 3 o'clock on Saturday sees Brighton at home to Burnley. Now, Brighton did win on Wednesday and Burnley did lose on the Tuesday, and I can only see a similar story in this one. Although Brighton haven't won on home soil in their last 6 games against Burnley, I think that will change this time round with a 3-0 win for Brighton in this one. Also at 3 o'clock, we have Manchester United at home to Bournemouth. Now, this game is dodgy for one reason and one reason only, and it's the question we ask every Manchester United game. Which United turns up? Is it going to be that poor United that turns up, or is it going to be the United that beat Chelsea midweek that turns up? If it is that Man United that turns up that beat Chelsea midweek, they win this game hands down. Although Bournemouth do come into this game high on confidence themselves with 3 wins and 1 draw in their last 4 games. It is crazy to think, and just go show you how crazy the Premier League is, that after all the bad press and bad comments people make about Man United this season, if they do win this game, they go on joint points with Man City. Now, that just goes to show you how crazy the Premier League is. I believe they do so as well. I'm going to go for a Manchester United 2-0 win in this one. And the third game to kick off on Saturday at 3 p.m. sees Brentford away to Sheffield United. Now, Brentford didn't look too bad in that defeat against Liverpool 2-0 midweek, but I am worried about the 41 goals they've conceded this season so far in 15 games. That is the most of any of the teams in the top 5 European leagues. But Brentford do come into this game losing 3 of their last 4 games, and they've never won at Bramall Lane, which is obviously going to give Sheffield United some hope there. But I can't see Sheffield United winning here. I'm going to go for a Brentford 2-1 win. And the last of the 3 p.m. kickoff sees Wolves at home to Forest. Now, I'm not going to repeat everything I said on Tuesday about Nottingham Forest, as I don't want to seem like I'm attacking them or anything. But just to say, with 1 win in their last 18 away games, and with Wolves being unbeaten in their last 5 home games, I can't see anything changing here. I'm going to go for a Wolves 2-0 home win. 5:30 on Saturday, game of the weekend. What a game it is. We have third vs first in the Premier League. It is Aston Villa at home to Arsenal. Now, Arsenal come into this game with a last-second winner in the 4-3 win away to Luton. And Villa come into this after outplaying the champion City in a 1-0 home win on Wednesday too. Arteta will not be in the dugout for this one for Arsenal, and Emery has lost 1 of his last 5 games against his former team. Now, that did come in last season's 4-2 defeat at home to Arsenal, which ironically is the last game they lost before they went on this 14 home match winning record. It is crazy. I believe they will get their revenge this year, and I am going to go for a very, very good game, but I'm going to go for a Aston Villa 2-1 win. Moving on to Sunday, we have 3 games to kick off at 2 p.m. and we start at Goodison Park, Everton versus Chelsea. Now, Everton did win 3-0 yesterday against Newcastle, and Chelsea did lose midweek to Manchester United. Also, with that being said, Everton have won 3 of their last 4 games, and Chelsea have 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses in that time. Chelsea have only won once in their last 6 visits to Goodison as well. Everton have picked up a bit of form, and I was very, 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 very close to doing an Everton win here, but I can't see them winning 2 on the bounce. I don't know why. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. Also at 2 p.m, we see the London derby, which is Fulham at home to West Ham. Now, West Ham come into this game unbeaten in their last 6 games in all competitions, and David Moyes has beaten Fulham more than any other team in his managerial career. And also on top of that, they are unbeaten against Fulham in their last 6 head-to-heads. However, with that being said, Fulham come into this game on fire. They have scored 11 goals in their last 3 games, and I believe that all changes this time round with a 2-1 home win for Fulham. And the last of the 2 p.m. kickoffs on Sunday sees Luton hosting Man City. Now, I'm going to keep this one short, please. I do not mean any disrespect to Luton Town as a football club or their players. When I make this prediction, it's just Man City are winless in their last 4 Premier League games, and someone is due a battering from Man City. And it's just unfortunately through timing that game, I reckon it will be Luton. I'm sorry, Luton fans, I don't mean any disrespect when I say this. I'm going to go for a 7-0 Man City win in this one. And to finish off game week 16 at 4:30, we have Tottenham at home to Newcastle. Now, the two teams whose form is more on and off than passengers on a train during rush hour, with Spurs taking the lead 1-0 in their last 5 games and not winning any of those games. They've come the first team to do so in Premier League history. But with that being said, Newcastle have the 16th worst away record in this league this season. I'm going to go for a high-scoring 2-2 draw in this one. And lastly, my extra game this weekend is second vs first at 12:30 on Sunday in the WSL. It is Arsenal women at home to Chelsea women. Now, with Arsenal women having a fully fit squad, I am going to go for a 2-1 victory against first place Chelsea in this one. Thank you very much if you are still here at the end of my video. I really do appreciate the love and support I've been getting from you guys. Please do like, share, follow, but most importantly, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Please, guys, have a good weekend. And remember, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.